So you just sent your team into the championship. How excited are you guys for next Saturday?
Oh God, we're so excited. Just like it's like not even real. I mean, we came into this, obviously, like we've worked so hard for this, and we were the underdogs coming in, and it's just so like unreal that we're gonna play for a state championship.
All right.
Well, it's exciting. One, because you're in that game. I mean, we have not been in that game since I've been here. The fact that they were the two-time defending state champions, kind of the team to beat in our league.
It's tough when you're playing a school that you play all the time and that you've had mixed success against, but then also a school that has won the previous 2 state titles, so they very much know what to do in the state title game. But also, you know, the idea of playing them made it special too, because you would be knocking off the defending champ.
All right, guys, Benjamin Paris here alongside Andrew Onadera. We have arrived here at the Coliseum, site of tonight's 5A Girls Basketball Championship. Andrew, what are we going to see out of these 2 teams tonight?
We're going to see a rivalry that is unlike any other, at least in 5A Girls Basketball. These 2 teams have played twice already this year. They split the series 1-1, with each team winning the game that was at home. The most dominant victory, though, was Cherry Creek's win over Grandview. That one, I believe, within the month. It was a game where Cherry Creek's...
Because then you have the rubber match. You know, we thought kind of we had given one away maybe at their place and had one at home already, so we kind of wanted that opportunity to say, we can win.
Big time, big season.
Honestly, the whole game, I really did not pay attention to the score whatsoever, and it wasn't until like the last several seconds when I saw that we were down. I feel like that whole game wasn't even about what was on the scoreboard. It was just playing with everything we had.
It's not a familiar place, but this team didn't have problems with quitting early or not playing hard. It just never really entered into the situation.
I think that we were pretty confident that we were going to come back, because like we usually do this thing where we get behind by a lot of points and then we come together and just go off. So
yeah, like we knew that like last time that we beat Grandview, we were losing by 12, so we didn't think it was anything that we couldn't come back from.
So I was thinking that I wasn't too sure how realistic it would be that we could actually win this game, because not that our girls aren't capable of overcoming that type of deficit, but it would be that type of deficit in the state title game against a team that's been there, done that, and against a team that is really good. So a lot of things had to happen for us to overcome that.
From 3, kind of see the level of concern on the face of Jana Van Geitenbeek.
22 points in the paint for Grandview to 14 for Cherry Creek. And that's in some ways to be expected due to their length. But what I'd like to see is maybe even some press defense. They've got to change it up, and that'll do it in a hurry.
I feel like we all knew that we were down, and we knew that we needed to like make something happen for sure. But I feel like I would say that's more a face of determination.
I agree with that.
Ball nearly stolen, but across the body, and a foul called on Jana Van Geitenbeek.
That might be the way to do it. Is the actual hoop is going to be enough of a disruptor for the 6-7, and then Clark can go on the opposite side.
Probably in his mind, good Lord. I think that definitely throughout the whole thing, our coach was way more psyched out than anybody on the floor was.
I'm a real anxious and kind of obsessive personality, and so I'm also a realist, and so looking up at the clock, you know, your chances are dwindling, but not giving up hope.
I think that's Coach. Yeah. He's constantly he constantly looks mad at us, but deep down, like I knew Coach would never lose faith in us as a team and as a whole. But it's just in the game, like in the moment, like when people are turning over, he'll look mad at them. But all in the end, like he has total faith in us.
Well, I think like the big thing was that he knew that we could beat this team. I mean, we already did it. So he knew that we could beat this team, and he knew that we weren't really playing to our potential yet, and he just wanted us to leave it all out there because that was the last game.
And that's just Coach Clinton, honestly. Like, he just has a heart attack every 8 minutes, so it's okay. Don't really worry about it.
And he's even said it himself, like he's the type of guy that wears his heart on his sleeve, so you can always tell what he's thinking. And I think that just comes from a place of like high expectations. Like he knows what we can do, and he just wants us to be the best that we can be.
About 4.5 left in regulation, fourth quarter, 2019 Colorado Women's Basketball Championship game. Marlette, numbers aren't right, but she's going to push ahead. Can't get the fall, gets the offensive rebound, taken from behind by Van Geitenbeek. Up and in, Jana on the break. Creek is within 6 and a timeout for Grandview. 3-possession game. Van Geitenbeek leaves her defender, hits the net, and one for the future Stanford Cardinal. It's just a 4-point spread. 2.5 left in the fourth quarter. Winner takes the title in 2019. Will be Grandview again. Will be Creek for the first time in history.
He's very physical that way.
Davis baseline, she missed. Here comes the Bruins, only down 4. Jana on the run, body control, gets the layup.
Good players put teams on their backs down the stretch, and that's what Jana Van Geitenbeek's doing.
Just from like the bench standpoint, I know that when we went on that run, everyone was just so happy and just wanted to lift everyone up and just like be in that moment.
Positive vibes. All the way through. It just like brings our energy up and stuff. So like even on the bench, you can just like have like a different feel for the game, you know? It's just a lot better.
At that point in the game, we all wanted it more than I think the other team did. And when you want something that bad, you refuse to lose, and you just do whatever you can to get back going and try to win. So
it's just pickup ball. I'll go with 4. Right now, Jana and her Bruins defending. They're down 2. Marlette having problems. Hudson inside, Betts. Pass deflected by Clark. Davis with the head fake, back up top to kill time.
Spread.
Oh! Stolen away by Kyle for the tie. For the first time since it was 4-4, Casey Kyle has tied up this basketball game. 65 seconds left in this championship in regulation.
I think it's just like a sense of urgency. Like you want to be smart and make the right play because you know there's still a chance like that we could come back. Like you have to be smart about it, but also like you just want to get the ball back. Like I think that's the only thing that was going through my head is like be smart and get the ball, like get it back into our possession.
Yeah, we were talking about fouling too, and like I think we were all calling red, and then finally like Carly just went over and trapped, and like you see like Alicia being pushed out of bounds, and which made me be able to have a steal.
It feels good. I mean, especially blocking a 6'7" freshman. I mean, I know it wasn't a shot, it was a pass obviously, but just to cause strife in their offense and make them work harder makes us feel better and have more energy. So
Just a little bit. Davis back there too, guarding the interior. Now she comes out. Kyle inside layup, good. And one for Casey Kyle. She'll have a
I did not know that I tied the game up twice in a row, but during this moment, I knew we were down, and I was going against the trees.
Casey Kyle has 21 points to match her backcourt mate, Jana Van Geitenbeek, for the lead. Rebound. Offensively.
In that moment, I was just like, nobody else is going to get this rebound. And, you know, I feel like it gave us a really good chance to get back in the games.
It's just improvised. It's just smart players making smart plays.
It was insane. Like the energy and kind of just the whole feel of it. Everybody I don't know. It was just the coolest thing. I can't explain.
You know, that's the cool thing about sports. I don't think that the highs are unmatched, but the lows are also unmatched. And so generally when I've gotten that excited, it's been around sports.
I felt great. It was one of the top, probably moments in my life. I was so excited. It was awesome.
And I think knowing what the girls have put into it to get to that moment, you know, I had the opportunity to travel with them to Arizona the last 2 years, and to see what they put in and the love for the game, and that made me feel like they're in this. They got it. I know the heart that they have behind it.
Doing it for the seniors too, because I know they wanted to win one.
What do you think the legacy is for those who are on the GFL athletes?
That W. I think obviously winning state for the first time in history, that's going to be a legacy left by everybody on this team.
Like they opened up the section to the students, and
That was so cool.
so that was really cool. So we got to go thank all of them, and it was like I feel like I've never really felt more like a part of a community and like together with everyone. Because like looking up at people who I don't even know, some of them, and just like seeing them like us come together and like being a part of the family.
I feel like we really paved the path and set a standard for every girls basketball player to come after us, and I feel like that's really important to have people to look up to too. And I feel like we're those people now. So
Because we're winning again next year.
And thank you to everybody who had a part in it.
Yes.
And we're glad we could put a banner up for
Yes, we finally got a year up there, and it looks really good.